and welcome to Parris RV. I'm Brett Parris. Today I'm going to show you a 2018 Rockwood, and the model is a 1640 LTD. Let's check out a few of the exterior features before we get to the interior. One of them, I just love this little indoor-outdoor stove. You can put it on the inside and cook. You can take it on the outside and cook. You know what? If you get a choice to cook inside or out, might as well be out, but it doesn't matter. If you want to cook inside, you can take it right in. So that's pretty sweet. Check out the awning here. This, by the way, is an 8-foot trailer. It weighs about 1,300 pounds. It expands to 16 feet roughly. But when it's down, you can see over the top, you can see around it. If you're in a car or something, that's real nice to be able to tow something like that. Plus, when you put it up, you can sleep 5, which is really nice. Now, I just absolutely love folding trailers. And some of the reasons is, one, the towability, like I just said, you know, you can see over it and around it. Plus, if you can't back it up, unhook it, push it. You can grab it, pull it around, push it into a campsite. Those are all really nice. Plus, if you want to get in the backcountry, think about this. If you're in a big travel trailer like some of these other things I've got here on the lot, trees are hitting it, you know, you can't find that many spaces. Well, guess what? You can sleep your family of 5 really easy. You can take this thing in the backcountry, trees aren't hitting it, get it into a back little clearing somewhere. You're not camping on the side of the road or in a campground. Folding trailers are just super cool because you can get them in the backcountry. Plus, if you're storing it at your house, you could put it in your garage. You could put it on the side of your house behind a fence or something where people can't see it. But you know, you don't need a lot to tow it. Again, 1,300 pounds, 8-foot box. It's like 11 feet with the tongue. It's 84 inches wide, so 7 feet. Pretty easy to see over it and around it. If you're heading up big hills like we have here in Utah, left-hand lane, full speed, you're not in the right lane, watching your temperature gauge. All of those things are super cool with fold-downs. But back to this Rockwood, check out the awning. You got an 8-foot awning. It goes out about 7 feet, giving you nice shade out here, which is pretty cool. You want to cook out here under the shade? That's pretty nice. Let's go check out the interior of this trailer. So now we're inside the 2018 Rockwood 1640 LTD. And one thing I really like about this floor plan is you have access to both beds without climbing over. You know, a lot of little fold downs, they put the table right here and you've got to climb over it to get to bed. I prefer this side aisle floor plan where the dinette for your family is here and you can access both beds without climbing over something. So that's pretty dang cool. Right here you've got your sink. Keep in mind you've got 11 gallons of water, which is pretty dang good for a little trailer like this. You know, again, 8-foot trailer, 11 gallons of water. So right here you got a little counter space. Right over here, hard to see from the video, but you got a spot for a porta potty if you want to stick a porta potty or something in there. That is optional, it's not included, but you do have a spot to store it, which is pretty neat. You've got a 16,000 BTU thermostatically controlled forced air furnace. Now that probably all sounds really fancy to you, but here's the bottom line. You put your thermostat at 70, it's going to turn on and off to keep the temperature right where you want it. You can turn it up, you can turn it down. 16,000 BTU furnace is actually quite a large furnace. I know that doesn't mean a lot to you, but I've been selling fold downs for 26 years now, and I remember the days when we had 12,000 BTU furnaces and trailers twice this size. So the fact that Rockwood puts in a 16,000 in this smallest Rockwood is really awesome, and it will keep the temperature right where you like it to be. Check out the counter space you've got here. They did a really nice job giving you counter space. Check out your drawers. You've got full extension ball bearing drawer glides. Now, I don't know of anybody else doing that. They usually have just a cheap little center deal in the middle here to hold your drawer, or they've got the little side ones that are on metal rollers with the little plastic clips in the back. These ball bearing drawer glides are exactly what you would find on a full-size travel trailer or fifth wheel Rockwood. So that's pretty dang cool. Right here you've got a converter. Keep in mind that the converter takes AC and switches it to DC so that you can power the electrical outlets that are in here if you have the opportunity to plug into a generator or plug into a campground. Plus, check it out, USB chargers. You know, in today's world, we're all trying to charge things off USB, so you can just plug in right there. That's pretty cool. Again, more storage here. You've got storage underneath your dinette base. And then check this out. You've got these nice beds on each side. One side is a bigger bed than the other, but again, it is rated to sleep 5. One thing I really, really like is the fact that they painted all these poles. Now you might think, well, that's no big deal. But in cheaper brands, when they're aluminum, the aluminum oxidizes and gets black marks on your tent. That's not going to happen in a Rockwood. Rockwood only builds the very best in folding trailers. Check out the height in the back. They did a real nice job. If you want to sit on the back here and sit up, you've got a lot of height. There's brands that come down that don't have as much height in the back. By the way, one of the other really, really nice things about a fold down is when you open up all these windows all the way around, it's almost like being in a screener room. In fact, in the middle of the summer here, when it's so dang hot here in Salt Lake City and out here on the asphalt, it might be 95, 100 degrees. You can open up all those windows, and it's amazing the difference it makes when you're out of the sun and the airflow goes through. That's pretty cool. These beds on both sides actually have heated mattresses, and so you can take your little thermostat, plug it in right here on either side. They're individually controlled, and turn your mattress up or down. So that's another way that Rockwood puts in some extra things for you that the other brands don't do. In the 1640 LTD, you've got LED lights. You've got one here and you've got one right there. And those are substantially better than the incandescent lights we were using a few years ago. Why? Because they don't use as much battery power. They'll use like a fifth of the battery power of an incandescent, which is really important if you're out dry camping and you want to maintain your integrity of your battery. So if you want to learn more about Rockwood fold downs or any RV, you come on down to Parris RV and you see me.